There are apparently now 174 schools with confirmed RAAC problems. Many of them have closed classrooms. I think only one of them is completely committed to online learning, and 19 have delayed the start of their school year. It sort of beggars belief that people should be surprised that there's a RAAC problem when RAAC cement, a cheap form of cement, was uh, determined only to have a shelf life of about 30 years. So there was surely a knowledge that RAAC would come to an end and that RAAC would lead to a problem. Why would you want to build a school? Why would you want to build uh, an institution, a public institution, with material which had a shelf life of 30 years, which had a limited um, durability? It just seems absurd. When you go back to the Middle Ages and people are building cathedrals with a view to them lasting for millennia, and you and schools to that matter, for that matter, university buildings, monuments, and you go back to building a school with a shelf life of 30 years. What were these people on between the 1950s and the 1990s? They would have been better off building a school with corrugated iron. That could at least be taken out and replaced quickly. There is a madness in our public services in the UK, and that madness is not something new. That madness goes back, and it's about people in position of power taking as much money as they can and spending as little as they can, and patting themselves on the back for their economies. It's about a tradition of kicking the can down the road, of kicking something into the long grass. It's a tradition of not taking proper responsibility, and we see it writ large in the present government. In almost every single ministry, there is a tradition of not taking responsibility. And now we have the nonsense of HS2. Now, I remember I, I campaigned against HS2, and I made a little film about it. And the little film, the tagline was the little film was that it was to produce a railway which went from London, not quite, to Birmingham, not quite. And I was ridiculed for that little film by advocates of HS2, and now it's come true. Now HS2, even if it is built, is not quite going to go to London. And yet Euston is a mess because of it. And people's homeland, people's farms, people's homes have been uprooted because of this cavalier vanity project which just eats money. For what? Why do you want to get to Birmingham 10 minutes earlier? The point is, we don't want to get to Birmingham faster. We want a reliable train service that gets to Birmingham whenever we want to. It doesn't matter whether it's in 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes, really. Because if today the train works and tomorrow the train is on strike, or the train's got leaves on the tracks, or the train simply doesn't function, it doesn't matter what the excuse is. Our rail service is increasingly unreliable, therefore it's not a worthwhile service. And the same is frankly true of the NHS. It doesn't matter what cutting edge technology, what wonderful vaccines, what projects there are, if the service itself, if the basic service cannot be relied on to deliver, it's worthless. And yet at the same time, the people at the top are raking in the money. Why? Because they are the people who should be forcing that regular delivery, and they're not doing it. There's indolence, laziness at the top. And the people at the bottom, the doctors, the nurses, the cleaners, are working flat out to try to make things work. But how can they when the decisions which are made are about not investing in the right way? And it goes back years. And we see it in our schools, we see it in our hospitals, we see it in our public spaces. And the same mentality that caused these problems in the first place is still in evidence, and it's about bureaucrats, and we've got more of them now than we had in the 1950s.